Welcome, dear friends, to the War Reporter channel. As always, we continue to make a selection of what is happening on the front line. In this footage you can see how Russian missileers fired 2 Iskander cluster warhead ballistic missiles at Ukrainian positions. This is how the morning of Russian soldiers begins. More footage of the destruction of an Ukrainian armed forces dugout by FPV drone operators of the 150 MSD of the South Group. Goida mode, archival footage. This video captures a week of combat work of Russian soldiers on the liberation of Kursk. A Russian soldier captured the moment of launching MLRS rockets from a Grad launcher. Images slipped into the network from a Ukrainian soldier. You can see how they do with AFU soldiers who are caught after escaping to the replacement units. Lenvo units demonstrate successful use of ground drones. Also in the Kharkiv region, but already in the Kupiansk direction, the units of the Leningrad military district are actively using ground drones. In the video, operators of Russian robotic platforms turned Ukrainian positions into a pile of dust, dirt, and logs. Unique footage of the morning battle on the border with Belgorod region. Simultaneously with the transfer of infantry units, the enemy increased the number of armored vehicles on the border with Krasnoyarsky district of Belgorod region. The Ukrainian armed forces command immediately decided to use heavy equipment in the direction of Demidovka. In the footage, Russian UAV operators destroy an American Abrams tank and an armored recovery vehicle that was following it. Another American Abrams tank was destroyed by a unit of Archangel Special Forces. This is the second tank to be destroyed. On the footage, you can see the strikes on Ukrainian armed forces positions from TOS-1 MLRSs. Thermobaric shells were used. A racing drone of the soldiers of the 16th Rifle SPN is not straining to catch up with the quad bike of the Ukrainian soldiers. It has become unsafe for Ukrainian soldiers to drive around Sumy region. In the village of Osoyevka, an AFU truck was destroyed by a Lancet drone. In this footage, you can see the flight of ODAB 9000 on the Ukrainian positions in Volchansk, ODAB, which means aviation vacuum bomb of increased power. The Russians call it the daddy of all bombs. It is physically impossible to survive within a radius of 300 meters from the impact. Internal organs simply rupture under the tremendous pressure. Russian Marines shared footage of their work in the Kursk border area. The fighters showed how the new boomerang drones literally blow up both fortifications and enemy equipment into splinters, and no electronic warfare system can save them thanks to homing. Air defense units from the Kursk direction destroy enemy air targets. Footage shows the operation of the Panzer S-1 air defense missile defense system. A selection of FPV drone work on personnel, equipment and drones of the Ukrainian army on the Sumy direction. SPN unit Nomads repels a massive attack of more than 30 attack drones on Russian territory overnight. The explosion of a tank on a mine somewhere in Zaporizhzhia. On the outskirts of Konstantinovka, the 6th Motorized Rifle Division's FPV drone, flying over, spotted a tank and safely hit the target.
Езжай, отстает. Так, сильно не гони, внимательно. Где-то кружит. Несы. 22. Где-то рядом.
The footage shows how the Russian soldiers were able to use a drone detection device to evade the impact, and despite the dangers, the Russian communicators fully accomplished the task without a single loss.
Так, есть момент. За нами летит, стреляй по ней. Так, смотри, сейчас ты... Езжай, держи руль, держу.
tankers of the separate guards. Of the 51st Combined Armed Forces Army's Motorized Rifle Brigade destroyed an Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV control center in the Dzerzhinsky direction.
Давай, нормально все будет. Пидорская подбитая техника.
The footage shows an inspection of a destroyed British FV-103 Spartan APC and an American M113 APC in a liberated part of the Kursk region.
Блять, сука. Чё это? Чай?
А это что?
О, 5,56. Натовские патроны. Чё, хохлов дохлых нет? Чё? Бать, какой ветер.
Разминирую.
Вот они, пидорасы. А вон аккумуляторы нахуй нормальные.
Да.
На трактор пойдет? Тот.
Я?
Zaporizhia Front, Novodanilovka settlement, a couple of nights ago. Drone operators and artillerymen of the 291 Motorized Rifle Regiment of the 42nd Division of the Russian Army struck the position and personnel of the AFU at night. Sakhalin servicemen seized an American Humvee armored vehicle in the Donetsk People's Republic. While storming another AFU stronghold near the Ulikli settlement, Russian servicemen of the 68th Army Corps captured a US-made Humvee armored cross-country vehicle as a trophy. According to the servicemen, the Ukrainian military abandoned it during the retreat from their positions. The armored vehicle received only minor damage. Destruction of two AFU T-72 tanks using FPV drones near Verolyubovka and Konstantinopol in Donetsk region. Defeat of the Ukrainian Armed Forces M113 and T-64 APCs using TM-62 and PTM 3 engineering munitions near the Kondrashovka settlement in the Kupiansk direction and the Yampol settlement in the Krasnolymansk direction. Destruction of an MTLB multipurpose transporter and an AFU temporary deployment point using the Forpost UAV on the Belgorod direction. Destruction of a 122mm 2S1 Gvozdika self-propelled howitzer by the Ukrainian armed forces using a Lancet barrage munition in the Krasnolymansk direction near Serebryansky forestry.